can do. But right now we're going to winners finals of the excited rematch. I mean, these two are brawlers. They just go right at it.
I got it right. Now we're okay. So one thing to note is we're now in the upper bracket again now, and these guys have not lost yet. You know, I mean, one of them is going to lose here and be sent to the lower bracket. But something to note is that neither one of these guys, despite the outcome, is gonna be out of the Elite League quite yet. Neither one of them will be out quite yet, despite what happens.
One will make it into grands if they win, and in order for them to lose, they need to lose 2 sets. Not 2 games, not 2 songs, but 2 sets. 2 full matches.
2 full sets, yeah.
In order for them to lose, and one will get sent down in the losers bracket to play losers finals against Rob. So the guaranteed top 3 right now is Rob, Moose, and JRH. We'll see what happens between those two. And for the band at the moment, Moose bans Kai Eisman right off the bat, and JRH going with Groundhog, and Moose's pick will be God Jammit. This is the first time we're going to see God Jammit being picked, let alone the first song. So I am
let's go.
Really excited to see what comes out of this.
Man.
Keep in mind, I think JRH has a good bit of an advantage with the boss songs. We have Deluge, End War. Not even banned yet.
Neither one banned, that's right. Man, are we going to be seeing Deluge? Could you imagine? That'd be awesome.
Perhaps hasn't been banned yet, and maybe JRH will take advantage of that.
True. Because, like, say this match goes close, all the way down to the wire, you know, they're almost going to have to play one of those boss songs. So, here we go.
The first song of Winners Finals. Keep in mind, this is also still best of 9. All matches from here on out are going to be best of 9. And loser will play Rob. And the history between these two it's pretty fire, I must admit. I mean, we've seen the first set that these two played, Moose was up, I think, around 3-1. JRH came back, said it in the chat that he's going to pick Cry for Eternity. And this man just sweeps the floor to Cry for Eternity to take the set in a Game 7 comeback, which was insane. And then the next match that they played, it was looking to be projected to be another Game 7, but JRH had declined that with I think it was an epic comeback on Game 6. I don't remember the song though, but it was JRH who walked out with that. So these two have some history.
Yeah, and I mean both of these guys, and furthermore, anybody in the tournament has been through so much already. I mean, you know, you guys know this tournament's been going on for many weeks, and these guys have just had to play against all of these tough opponents for so long, and now it's finally all paying off, and you know, we get to see finally who's going to be the winner of the Elite League here.
And I must admit, these two also came from the same pool. The two players, I think it was from Pool B, showing up now in winners finals and potentially grands. We don't know how they're going to perform against Rob. Rob looking amazing so far, but other than that, keep in mind about the song so far. Both still on an FC and both on similar score as well, but it's showing them on Moose's end that he has the lead so far. I think around potentially 200 to 400.
Yeah, by very little. Something also that's pretty funny is that I remember when JRH played this song against Preston, all strums, and he was building up some insane streaks.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. I remember the exhibitions. Oh, I think it's 500 that these two are separated.
Check that out, man. These guys are neck and neck right now.
Gee, okay. I think it was between 500. I think JRH's was what 200, and Rox was with or Moose was with 700, which makes it the gap between 500. So we'll see what happens with the next activation. Oh, something's gonna happen here.
They're so close. It's unbelievable how close they are.
Something's gonna happen for this first song being God Jammit. I can't only imagine how the nerves that they go through. I mean, this is guaranteed for one of them to go into grands and sent into losers. The losers gonna have a big disadvantage to just take the whole tournament.
Yeah,
I think having a strong start is really big.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, you know, either one of these players can still. The way they get eliminated from the whole tournament is if they lose 2 entire sets. So let's say one of these guys is gonna lose, then they play Rob. Then if they lose that match, then they're out. You know, either way though, these guys want to win this match because they're gonna completely not have to play a whole round in the losers bracket.
God, look at this, by the way.
They're so close, man.
You had the last bit, but unless Moose flubs this last, you know, telephone bit really badly,
God,
it's gonna be Moose taking game 1 with a double FC on Jammit.
It's just one note. I mean, like, there could be a fly on Moose's head right now, and he could miss, but there currently is not. But that is gonna be a win for Moose by 700 points. A double FC on Jammit. Oh my God, man. You know what? We knew these guys were gonna have a good match, but they just come out so strong, dude. A double FC and a win by literally 700 points. Crazy, man. I just can't believe it.
Wow. 804k, 804.6 was optimal. These two just with dead on 800 with the 700 difference. I mean, that is phenomenal. Amazing start.
Unbelievable, man.
To our winners finals match. So we'll see. We'll see what JRH has, because that was Moose's counter pick, and I guess it showed because both did FC, but I mean Moose had just the tiniest advantage.
Yeah, man. What's JRH gonna go for here? I mean, I could easily see one of the solo songs. Yeah, I can completely understand why Moose, first of all, banned Chiasm, because that's probably right up JRH's alley. Probably not hard for JRH to FC.
I have one question though. What's gonna stop JRH from counterpicking the 2 boss songs now?
True, man. You know what? That's 100% right, dude. He could pick. I don't know.
Like,
oh my God! You called it. You
We're getting Deluge. We're getting Deluge.
God, man. Dude, we're gonna see Deluge. Oh no.
Probably the first and only time we see Deluge. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen to losers and rounds, but this might be the first and last time we see Deluge.
Dude, we were saying how JRH has that gigantic advantage over the other 2 players left in the tournament of the solo picks. You know what I mean? The guy's got the modern methods down, and here we see him picking Deluge. Oh my God, man, this is gonna be crazy.
I know he has them down. On Moose and Rob's end, I don't know. And keep in mind, this hasn't even been FC'd yet. Like, outside of players in tournament. Frosted hasn't FC'd this yet. GH Added hasn't FC'd this yet. Randy hasn't FC'd this yet. Both of us haven't FC'd this yet.
Nah, neither of us have FC'd this. JRH will not be FC'ing this. But Moose still on an FC so far. Never mind, and as I say it, I jinx it. Now they are back to even on star power.
Here's our first trill bit.
Oh my God, dude!
Woo!
Check that out, man.
Here's the
Moose cleaning up, and he will. Both of them will take that star power phrase. But I mean, right away, you guys can see how crazy this song is. Like, these trills are brutal.
The way that they're hitting this is that they're utilizing a double raking method where they're alternating between their 2 fingers, preferably middle and index, and they use their 1 fretting finger to hit the other trill. And then when it comes to the orange wall, they meme rake it.
Yeah, so JRH missed there, and now JRH is still going to have that lead of about 7,000 or 8,000 points, but in a song that's so note-dense, 1 miss can be so costly. You know, 1 miss can cost you 10,000 points just like that.
Especially in an activation.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Because
both players get that little burst but miss right after.
I want to keep in mind, since this is like very high notes per second tappy stuff, you're more than likely going to see misses come right after other misses. Almost like a domino effect. So even one miss under star power is going to mean a lot for the other person, since it's gonna take a little bit just to get them right back on track to get another streak going.
Exactly, that's a good point. So now both players missing that little sweep there. Let's see, they both will get that star power phrase. But I'm so surprised at an OG player like Moose here, Guitar Hero Rocks, mainly a console OG, playing those patterns so well. Honestly, it's very surprising.
Yeah, and I want to mention both are having like scarily similar misses. Like one just missing right after the other, like at the same time during the trill bit. And even right after the trill bit we saw like just at the same time. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean this song is in the boss category, and gosh darn it, god damn it, this is a boss song, man.
I think we're not going to see any more trill bits, so it's going to come down to this last activation, but I don't think there's not much after it unless JRH were to choke right now. So yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Moose's ban was Chiasm, not bothering to ban the boss songs.
And we were wondering maybe if he still didn't want to play, but he only had one ban, but actually Moose came out and played this so well. But JRH will take that one, and is going to tie this up 1-1 right now.
Yeah, if I say that had it was like one missed or had he missed a phrase even, because there were some phrases during an orange wall part. Yeah. Say had Moose that sells that and JRH didn't, he could have very well taken the counter pick against JRH.
Easily, yeah. I mean, like you said, I mean, I could have easily seen this. Could have easily gone in Moose's direction here, because the JRH won by about 11,000 points here, and 11,000 points, like we said, actually not that big of a deficit in a song like this that's so note dense. But regardless, JRH will tie this up. It's gonna be 1-1, and the pick is gonna be back to Moose now. We're gonna see what he's gonna go with.
Now, do you think after this song, JRH is gonna go for war? I mean, I don't see why not.
He would, dude. He's just it'd be just so great to see him just pick the boss songs right off the bat. Oh man, Moose coming with the boss pick, man. War. Moose just picked War. We're gonna see both boss songs one after another.
Get your PP over ears out, guys. I mean, Moose with the counter pick over to War.
Yeah, guys, let's see some emotes in the chat there for these boss songs.
PP over ears, boys. I want to mention JRH had said in the Twitch chat when we mentioned War, and I think when War was picked between Fingerquick and Rob, that he would not be raking any of this. He's gonna raw dog and just standard everything.
Legend.
Now, this is exciting.
Yeah, the strumming is so fast. You know, like, you get some of these, like, patterns in a Dragon Force song, but you don't get them this fast. That strumming is fast.
Not to mention how long it goes for, too.
Exactly, man. This song, not only speed heavy, super stamina heavy. After that activation, Moose still with a lead.
Both of them
very slim one, but he's got it.
Both of them getting the star power, like, just whamming the hell out of the same so they can have half a thing of star power to use, just right at the same time.
Yeah, and I'd have to imagine JRH probably was gearing up to be picking this song next, because you can see he knows this song too. He definitely was gonna pick this.
And 700 just separating the two right now in Moose's favor. They both having. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not
saying nothing. Oh, Moose missed. You didn't even have to jinx it. Moose does miss, and let's see. It's gonna be a deficit of about 7,000 or 8,000 points. Not too big for a quick double miss there. It was probably just one note each time. Thankfully for Moose. Yeah, I mean, like, these guys know this path pretty well. You gotta check it out. Oh, so both players miss here. Jared missing again. This could turn the tides here for Moose. Oh, but Moose just missed right at the end there. And it was a star power phrase. That's bad news for Moose. Bad news for Moose. Real open note, dense section there to end the song. And JRH is going to take that song and take the lead in this match. Just turned it into a 2-1 match here. All right. Good. Yep, JRH did take that one with only a -3 on War. Real crazy to watch there, man. -3 on War. Like, unbelievable. And you know, Moose, that was actually Moose's pick. And he busted out a -9, which is extremely impressive as well. Leaving me to wonder now, what is JRH gonna pick here? Because that was Moose's pick, and JRH took it away. So what is JRH gonna pick here? Is he gonna go with the song, like he was planning to pick, despite how the game was going at this point, or is he gonna go with one of those songs that he is gonna totally take the lead and make this a 3-1 game here? I could easily see him going for a solo pick. I know JRH is real good on those solo and hybrid picks. Gonna be a real interesting one, no doubt. Either way. Guys, just so you know, Shmoo is just having a couple technical difficulties, and he'll be back very shortly. So you're stuck with only me for now. But, so, despite my guesses here, JRH picks a STRUM song, gonna be Laces Out Dan. I thought, I could have been more wrong with what I thought JRH was gonna pick. I thought he was gonna pick a solo or a hybrid, but he goes with a STRUM pick here. Laces Out Dan, the short song. Only, I believe, 998 notes in this song, so, this is one where you really want to FC. If you don't FC, then you're likely going to lose. We're going to be getting into it here. Laces Out Dan 125. Let's see who comes out on top for this one.
And you're now joined by the emergency backup caster. I will be filling in until Shmoo comes back.
Wonderful. Welcome, Gabe, to the casting chair. So both with identical activations there, starting out the song. And they're going to start off with a pretty hard samba. Pretty cool to see, but JRH actually, with 8 more points in the last 2 digits of his score. Not sure where those came from, but wherever they came from, they are there.
Alright, I'm in the Shmoo box. I've crashed. My camera is my camera crashed.
All good, Gabe.
Okay, so we're good. Right, where are we at, Jared?
Alright, right now we're in Laces Out Dan. Wow, Moose just came in with the first miss of the song. I was just talking about before how this is one of those songs you almost have to FC. Moose comes in with the first miss. They're going to keep the deficit between points pretty similar, but, you know, we're going to need to see a miss from JRH here for Moose to come back.
I have to say, I think there's just the one more activation coming. It's going to take a pretty big miss from JRH to let this one go now. Of course, that would put us back onto as it goes with the picks. JRH having just lost his last one.
Yeah, so let's see. Man, if JRH wins this one, he is going to put a pretty hard hold on this match here. It is a best of 9, but if he gets this, which it's looking like he's going to, he has just made this match 3-1.
By the way, guys, Shmoo has had some internet problems. He will be back with us shortly. But like we said, for now, I am Shmooey. Where's my Vaseline? I can't
Come,
find
Shmooey. Shmooey 2. Do you have your Vaseline there with you, Shmooey 2?
They made Shmooey 2!
I got my Vaseline, baby. I got it right here with me. I never go anywhere without it. You needed to play this game in 2020, folks. Alright, so, like I said, we do have JRH taking that one. Making this game 3-1. It's gonna be Moose's pick now.
And here is Shmooey, who as soon as he turns his camera on, will replace me in the box. It was a pleasure being with you for one song, Jared.
Gabe, get the fuck out of my spot.
If you turn on your camera, I'll immediately drop from the box and you'll slide into it. There we go.
Bro, when War Wars played, it shit my internet out. It was so exciting.
Everybody get some hearts for Gabe in there for doing such a great job in Shmooey's place. Welcome back, Shmooey. Good to have you back.
When war was going on, it was so close. It just shit everything out. Who won? I know it's JRH.
Yeah, the meteor was rerouted from from JRH and Moose's house to Shmooey's house. Actually, it was a bit of a miscalculation. But now, so we actually, Shmooey, you missed JRH picking and taking away a dub on Laces Out Dan, and now it's Moose's pick, and he has picked Freedom Dive.
Poggers.
Poggers on Freedom Dive. The second time we're seeing Freedom Dive today. Love to see it. Everybody likes Freedom Dive. I know everybody likes Freedom Dive. If you don't like it, now you do. So everybody get some emotes in the chat for Freedom Dive.
We're going to be seeing a lot. We still have a lot of Freedom Dive left to go. Here we go. Now, I want to pull up one thing in hopes that my internet doesn't shit out again. That on part for JRH, his record so far for Freedom Dive is that he's won them both times, the 2 times that he's played. And for on Moose's part, I'll get right here. For Freedom Dive, I think it has been decided that he's lost the 2 times he's played Freedom Dive.
Ooh.
So we'll see if a narrative switch here. I mean, JRH being undefeated in Freedom Dive so far, and Moose's record being he hasn't won one so far on Freedom Dive, and this is his pick.
Yeah, man, Moose comes in. You said he's lost it a couple of times, but he does go ahead and pick it. Maybe he's done some extra practice. Maybe feeling a little more confident on it now.
This is quite a pick to. This is quite something to pull out, especially against winners finals when there's some high stakes involved.
Yeah, no doubt. So JRH misses there under star power. He will regain his combo out of star power, saving him a couple thousand points there. But the deficit is going to be about 5,000 to 6,000 points for JRH there.
All right. Both of them will get the star power for the next descending dive section. And I want to mention one thing, and that is there hasn't been a single FC of Freedom Dive so far in the playoffs. So
you said there has been one?
Nope, not a single one.
Not a single one. That is interesting.
Even my Jerich missing again, making the lead around, I think, yeah, 8.5 to 9K for Moose to work with.
Moose misses there. We still won't see an FC, but Moose will just barely keep that lead right now as Jerich misses one more time, and that lead will extend a bit to about 6,000 or 7,000 points. Jerich misses again. He is now maybe coming in with a few nervous misses. Now Moose missing. Oh my god, it's a barrage of misses right now. The lead is just being transferred back and forth.
I don't know what that activation was on Moose. I know who did star power here. But we have the piano solo coming up. I'm sure that they might go on 2 different paths unless.
Surely, I think they are.
Moose
yeah, they definitely are, man. JRH holding on to his star power here.
He's gonna wait for the
fast part, the little tappy part in the piano solo, for sure.
The yellow wall right here.
Yeah, right here. No, dude, what's he saving it for? I don't even know.
He does activate a little bit before. He might regain this lead, but Moose will have star power to work with. He'll activate for these chords. Oh.
Oh my god. What a massive, massive turn of events there for Moose. He activates on those chords, and that was so crucial. He takes so many points off of JRH there. Oh, but he does miss, and JRH might just have just enough star power to bring back the lead here. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be close after this activation, guys. This is going to be real close here.
It won't matter. Both are on the same path. It's just going to jump down. But he has it. He does hit that star power phrase.
Let's see. So it's about a 10,000 point lead for Moose here. But we've seen both of these players miss multiple times in this song. So, you know, it's not out of the question that either one could still miss and shift this game even more.
Oh, man. Moose is not letting down. We're about to get to the outro. And it looks like he'll take this one for sure.
Yes, I think Moose is going to run away with this one. And you know what? That was so crucial for Moose to do. That was such a crucial game for Moose. He brings that back. JRH was forming quite the stronghold on this match with a 3-1 lead. But now Moose comes back, and he changes the tide completely. Now it's 3-2. Changes it completely.
Oh, man. This is... Alright, we're about to be going over to JRH's counter pick for the game 6 song. I mean... Okay, so we have the boss sections, or boss session of the playlist out of the way.
Yeah, so...
You scared me. You were froze in that position. I thought my internet shut out again. I hate you so much.
Did see his score actually freeze there for a moment. But, man, and you know what? Check out those stats, because JRH actually hit 3 more notes than Moose there in that song. But I think what did it for Moose there was actually that fantastic activation on the chords in the piano solo. Yeah, he really capitalized, took away a bunch of points from JRH there.
I saw some key players in chat, specifically Abby, criticizing JRH for that activation. I mean, had he activated a little bit earlier for that yellow wall, I mean, because there's chords in that, right? In the middle of that?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a little bit higher notes per second comparatively than when he activated into. I mean, I don't know. Especially, it's hard to tell. It was such a weird match.
Ooh, let's go, baby! The song I was hoping to see the most. JRH goes ahead and picks Tall Fiddler. Every one of you in the chat, you gotta get your K-Konas out. I want to see our friend from Texas in the chat here. K-Kona. I want to see the chat filled with K-Konas for our K-Kona song here, Tall Fiddler. Let's go, guys.
I want to keep in mind, if JRH wins on his counter pick, he'll put the match over to set point. So you need one more after this. I must say, this is definitely not out of range for Moose. This is nothing too bad, but it will speed up and things will get complicated, especially the open note section.
For sure, yeah, I can see. I can see either player taking this one away. As you guys can see, filled with open notes. It's so technical. I mean, I like this song. I wouldn't like to play it.
I know JRH is well versed. I mean, this man had some nasty combos playing this song at 150, especially during like a sped up. Because this speeds up, right? And it goes back to the open note section. He was doing some gnarly streaks on it.
He was, I remember that. That was back when they were, when him and Preston were doing their 150 exhibition. And they did it, that's right. You know, I forgot that they actually did play Tall Fiddler. And JRH was building up some nasty streaks. He obviously knows this one pretty well.
Alright, but shit's getting real now. Both still on FC.
Oh my god, man. Both tearing through that chord section. Oh, Moose does miss there. Oh my god, man, but I just can't believe how well both of these players are doing on this song, actually. The deficit is really not that big despite that miss. It's only about 4,000 points.
It's not the end of the world unless, say, they miss in a phrase or in the middle of the activation. JRH is still not letting down, though. And that should put him at around, looking right here, 2.5 to 3. Oh,
Man, just look
okay.
at how technical this is. Oh my god.
Oh, this is nuts. They're nuts. I want to keep an eye on JRH.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because you know what? Moose wins this one, and he ties the game up, but JRH just not letting up. Ooh, yeah, Moose comes in with a last-second miss there, but it wouldn't have made any difference. JRH takes that one, and will actually make this match 4-2 now with an FC of Tall Fiddler. Oh
Now,
my God,
I'm not one to brag with my prediction, but like I said before, the boss ons gave JRH such a big advantage. Seeing that his record now, he's won both. He's up 4-2 now. It is at set point, but given this is Moose's counterpick, he could easily win on his advantage counterpick, and he could also very well win on JRH's counterpick. But that'll be tough for him. But we might see a game 9 if that comes true. But that's if we still have a good bit to go for Moose's side.
Yeah. Yeah, so as it stands, guys, Moose, he needs to win this next song here. He loses one more, and that's gonna do it.
That'll secure a spot into grand finals, and that'll plummet Moose down to loses the face-off against Rob, which will be a match we have not seen yet.
No. Very interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Or actually, no, they did play. I regret that they did play the first round. They did play the first round, which was in favor of Moose 4-2. So we'll see the rematch against them two playoff-wise. As we're waiting for Moose's counterpick here. He's having a wise moment here, but as he's doing a wise moment, I've seen a bunch of subscriptions so far going from you guys. We do have our sub button. If you want to support us, go right ahead. We appreciate the support, guys, especially for the people over at CSC, Gabe, Pat, and Taka. They put so much hard work into it, so that just bit of support means a lot to us.
Yeah, seriously, guys. I mean, ever since we've gotten that the affiliate status and the subscription button, you guys have been so generous. So many of you subscribing and supporting the channel, and we seriously cannot thank you enough. It lets everybody at CSC know that all this work is going somewhere, and it lets them keep going for the future and just keep this tight-knit community alive, guys. Thank you so much, seriously. We're going to be getting into Track on Fire here.
I don't like this at all, for my heart, that is. I mean, because this can go either way, of course. A lot is at stake here. JRH can just finish it off. But this is also Moose's only chance to make anything happen.
Exactly, yeah. And this was Moose's pick, so it must be a song that he's quite comfortable with. You know, I'm pretty sure that we've seen JRH perform super well on this song before. So you know, it's quite a confident pick against JRH, to say the least.
Yeah, Moose's record when it comes to this song, by the way, he's won both of his only matches for Track on Fire.
Yeah, so clearly Moose knows what he's doing on Track on Fire. And will we see him take this clutch win here? Because, like we said, he needs this song. JRH is on his match point. JRH wins one more song. He wins this song, and that's it. Then Moose is not out of the tournament, but he gets moved to the loser's bracket. And he will have to face Rob, which is going to be a very hard match for either player.
I want to keep in mind, too, both of these players are undefeated on Track on Fire. JRH has only 2 games on Track on Fire. He's come out as the victor. So these two both winning their only games of Track on Fire, one of them will lose, and that'll count towards their record. Although that doesn't mean anything else. One of them it'll affect their score so far for the tournament. But they will have a losing record or a loss on Track on Fire. So we'll see what happens. Both maintaining FC so far.
Yeah. Yeah, something to note is that, like you said, both players have FC'd so far. But Moose does actually have a bit of a clear lead. There's no Samba going on.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, and just as I say, there is actually a bit of a sound going on. But it does seem, though, that, yeah, Moose is leading by about 100 or 200 points. Not by much, but there is a lead.
Yeah, I think they're tied.
Do you think so?
Both same digit on 66. Because I saw the sustain. Both of them were, like, on the same track on the sustain.
It's tough to tell. It really is tough to tell. But what is it about this song? I guess that it's easy to hit all the sustains, but there's so many ties late into the song on this one. Yeah, now it actually does look like Moose has a clear lead. Somehow Moose has just edged out 1,000 points or so. I'm not sure how he did it, but he did edge out a couple thousand points here.
Yes, and we'll be getting into the first STRUM bit here. One of the two coming up right here. We'll see what happens. But one of them flub. Wow, okay.
Oh my God, both players still staying so strong.
The next cycle, both hitting the quince right there. Yikes. Phenomenal stuff. Especially on Mooses that maintain the lead he has right now and squeezing out every single bit of juice he has.
Exactly.
Just to have an edge.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, he really squeezed out some points somewhere there. And Moose is performing phenomenally on Track on Fire right now. Whereas both players have FC'd, but Moose somehow has a hard lead.
Will this be the second double FC of Track on Fire? Question mark?
Question mark?
Pause champ, we'll see.
Ooh!
Oh,
a bit of a change. A bit of a change in the path here. JRH overlaps. Moose does not. But which player meant to do what they wanted to do?
Uh-oh. That overlap.
Ooh, man. We do see JRH with a lead now, but it really doesn't matter because Moose has more star power.
JRH got himself into a pickle, I must say.
I think he did.
And he might just have to wait. Or he'll probably activate at the same time, but Moose is going to maintain his lead right back. A hefty one at best, because he's going to have a quarter more star power to work with after JRH's is done. Right around here.
This is the opening that Moose needed. This is the opening that Moose needed to take that edge over on JRH and possibly take this song away and keep himself alive here.
Both not letting down on that.
Take a look at that. Moose now with a hard lead of about 7,000 points. Man, this is the opening he needed. This is the opening that Moose needed to stay alive.
Oh no, is that overlap just gonna spill it all for JRH? We have our last activation here with 40k left to go. Is Moose gonna hang on?
That is gonna do it.
That definitely
looks
like the case.
Unbelievable performance. It's a double FC, and Moose takes it by 7,000 points in such a high-pressure scenario. Moose needed that win to stay alive, and he took it. When both players FC'd, he literally won that game in such a high-pressure situation against somebody who FC'd the song. I mean, it came down to just that overlap on JRH's part.
Okay, I want to keep in mind that is the second double FC. Moose was 2.7k off of optimal, and that is now the highest Track on Fire score so far in the playoffs. That was like up there with the finger quick groundhog counter that we seen earlier against Rob. That was phenomenal.
Dirty from from Moose there. Oh my god, man. So he stays alive now.
I feel like the score was so good for Moose that overlap did not mean much for JRH. I don't think he would have clawed back given the score that Moose had.
Wow. So now it's gonna be JRH's pick here, and so he actually only gets to pick between Cosmic Conqueror and Rice with the Angels. He's gonna go with Cosmic Conqueror. Yeah, that's right, Cosmic Conqueror. And now something to note, guys. If Moose wins this, okay? If Moose wins this, we're going to a tiebreaker, and it's going to be Universal Mind.
We'll see. It'll be Universal Mind, a 12-minute long tiebreaker by Liquid Tension Experiment. I mean, Moose has to pull this one out again just to have a chance to make it in the grand. This is for them to make it in the grand finals. A lot is at stake here, especially for Moose, given that he needs one more song.
I'd have to imagine. Dude, I'd have to imagine JRH is stewing, or he is steamed up over that overlapping, because he could have ended it right there, and he could have brought himself a spot in the finals. But now he needs to still win this one. He's one win away, but Moose still, he can take this one, force a tiebreaker of Universal Mind.
Get your Hypernauters out. Shit's gonna get real now. We'll see. Something's gonna give.
Yeah, so something to note, guys, as well, is that, like I said when this match started, the loser of this match is not out of the tournament. They get moved to the lower bracket and have to play against Rob. But in addition, if you win the lower bracket, when you get moved up to the grand finals of the upper bracket, you have to win 2 out of 3 matches. So the loser has to play 3 more and win 3 more matches to actually take this. So it's a high pressure scenario. And so we actually saw JRH coming in with the first miss on this song, and what a gigantic miss that was. It's about a 10,000 point deficit now.
Keyword is maintain for Moose. Just maintain what you have right now. Again, like what you said, one of these two are gonna lose. If they want to win the tournament, they gotta win 3 in a row against Rob and 2 times against one another. These two. But we'll see if we're gonna go into a game 9, our first game 9. I hope. Like,
that would be awesome, man.
I have no bias. I think I think JRH is gonna win this tournament, but I am biased for Moose at the moment for hopes that I see a game 9. See if he maintains.
Yeah, like you said, Moose really just wants to maintain right now. He wants to keep that lead. He does not want to miss a note, because he knows if he does that, he takes this song and forces a tiebreaker. Now, we don't know how he is going to do on Universal Mind against JRH. It's the solo tiebreaker, but at least it keeps him alive if he wins this.
We're now just nearing the end, by the way. It's going to come down to this last activation, both hitting the phrase. Okay. Are we going to see it? Wow.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, by the way, the score, too. Look at that score.
Oh my god, man. We actually saw the comeback from Moose, man. Moose has come back. That is what I'm talking about, man. Let's go, dude. He took that. This match was 3-1 at one point. It's now 4-4. It's tied up, and we're going to be playing Universal Mind, boys. Universal Mind.
1.6k off optimal, by the way, for Moose. We are now going to go into the tiebreaker for Universal Mind, the first ever Game 9 tiebreaker of the tournament.
God, man. Game 9, Universal Mind. Now, I will have you all know this song is a whopping 12 minutes long. So, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think either one of these players has got the path down completely. If they do, ultimate respect. But for a 12-minute song, I mean, they would have had to study this path a lot. So this really, I could see it going to either player, seriously.
Everyone, tweet this out, share it, get it out as much as you can. We're going to see an epic Game 9 showdown in Universal Mind. Give it out to everyone, post it in your Discords. People need to see competitive Clone Hero at its peak right now.
Absolutely, guys, and this is the peak. Everybody get the word out if you can. This is going to be an exciting song, due to the fact that the winner of this song wins the match, wins a guaranteed spot in the finals. This song is important, so important for either one of these players, because the loser is going to have to win so many songs. If they lose this, they won't be out, but they'll have to win so many songs to actually come back and win the whole tournament. But here we go, guys. Universal Mind. 12-minute monster. So, we've just gotten word from broadcast. To further what I was saying about the activations, the amount of activations, not phrases, the amount of activations, 15. 15.
And keep in mind as well, optimal for this is 1,431,000. I doubt that they're gonna get anywhere near that. I mean, that'd be epic, but at the same time. Okay, wow. We just got word from broadcast over by word from Pat being the ref that Moose is gonna go by a path of 16 with serious squeezes in the middle. I mean, this guy is a freak. This guy is a freak of nature.
Yeah, they're taking different paths where, yes, we said optimal apparently has 15 activations, but Moose may be going for a route that he knows he's more comfortable with, and he's going to go for a 16 activation, more squeezed route. And we know from firsthand that this guy can squeeze. I mean, he squeezed out some unbelievable points in Track on Fire, and he's planning to do the same thing here, apparently. And, you know, maybe I was wrong about the fact that maybe these guys actually have learned this 12-minute path. It's hard to believe, but it's possible.
$177K. I don't know. I don't remember the last time it cheated fire, alright? I don't know what position they are in this song. And once it gets past like 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah, well, I don't know what the score will be.
No.
I know this is the one. I remember playing against Alec in the exhibition that we had where he just bopped me. There was like a 4 to 5 minute piano break. So I think this is the type of tiebreaker where there's a lot of time to think about what you're doing, what path you're going by, especially if it's close like we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and you know what? This whole time we were really hoping for that big tiebreaker game, and now we're finally getting that big tiebreaker game, man. And they are neck and neck, so far anyway.
Later activation on Moose's part compared to JRH.
Yeah, and at some point we are going to see their paths differ, because as we heard from broadcast, Moose is using, he said specifically he's using a different path than what's optimal. So we're going to see at some point their paths are going to differ, and that's when it's going to get real interesting, guys.
I think, oh no, like, I'm scared of who's going to drop the bomb first.
Right? They're 1,400 notes in. Not a miss yet. And now I'm sure I've just jinxed it, but we'll see who misses here.
Wow, okay. Sure. Here is the long piano solo.
Yeah, the long piano solo that we had known was coming, and here we go. It looks like finally the activations are going to differ here. Moose takes an earlier activation in the piano solo. JRH holding on to his star power for now. Oh, and there goes the first miss from Moose right at the end of his activation. So JRH here actually is going to capitalize, and he's going to take a gigantic lead. Actually, he's going to take a massive lead here. It's about 15 to 16,000 points. And it's worth noting that... Okay, so now...
No.
I was going to say it's worth noting that Moose does have more star power, but that deficit is still going to remain pretty big there.
He had missed a little bit before that activation, so it gave him like a 4x to 6x multiplier. Nothing that he wanted there. He wants the 8x. He wants to get as many points as he can, just so he can claw back just a little bit.
You know what? Oh, so Moose does miss again there, extending that lead a little bit for JRH. But I'm about to throw out a little bit of a conspiracy theory here. I'm wondering if JRH, with his last pick, he picked the STRUM song to force Universal Mind. Maybe he knew that he actually knew the path on Universal Mind and wasn't expecting Moose to know it.
Oh no!
Ooh, big miss from Moose there on some chords. JRH is gonna extend his star power here for a bit longer. Paths still differing, and JRH is gonna take a pretty sizable lead here. Almost 30,000 points.
We still have a good bit of song to go, but
exactly.
I want to mention Moose's miss right there. He had miss in that chord bit where it was intricate frame, but JRH just powering right through that. Moose is missing like a good bit before or after, or right after his activations we had seen before. We have another miss right there.
Again. So far, JRH with no miss.
Now it's up down to 32k. It will just size a little bit down since Moose has a little bit more star power than JRH, but only by so much.
Yeah, it brings back some points, but not too much. It brings it back to a difference of about 25,000 points now.
I'm telling you, this piano solo goes on for a little bit, so we still have a good bit to go. This piano solo takes up like Tracked on Fire. It's insane. I'm not complaining though, it's beautiful.
Nah, it is quite relaxing to listen to in the midst of all this chaos.
I feel like the main X factor here is going to be whether or not Jared's going to maintain. I mean, obviously, that remind you of the stakes at hand. Nerves are going to play in a part. This is going to be one of JRH's most important matches, possibly. We don't know whether or not he's going to sweep, or we're going to see two other tiebreakers in which he probably loses and misses the whole tournament.
So we do see Moose with another miss there, keeping the difference pretty big in the 20s of thousands. And you know, now actually something to note is that they're on the same star power path again, and we had heard from Moose that he was going to change his path up, but now they're back and they are similar again.
I must say, I wonder how much of nerves are going to come into effect, especially JRH being on an FC towards the end, say that he maintains, right? If he's going to FC this, right, it'll be pretty phenomenal. It'll be up there.
For real. Yeah, and I'd have to say that this may be one of the only rare circumstances where I feel like someone could be on an FC and actually be confident. You know what I mean? Because he's got such a big lead in points right now. That he's thinking, okay, well, I don't really care about the FC. I'm just happy that I'm so far ahead in points.
We got Moose's activation. Just about to size the lead down. It looks like to 18k, although JRH is a little bit more than a quarter for him to work with.
Yeah, I mean, Moose is really trying anything to crawl back here. Song speeding back up now. We're done with that piano solo. But, I just can't believe that JRH still has not missed yet. Now, we are actually nearing the end of the song. Getting to the end of the song.
Yeah, we just have around 300 to go. 300k to go.
300k to go.
Both are going to be on the same amount of star power, comparatively to like JRH being up like a quarter now. So we'll see what happens. We might just see a Rob versus Moose rematch. I don't want to call it just yet, but
Yeah, but it's shaping up to be looking like that's the deal here. I mean, here's what Moose needs at this point. He needs JRH to either miss a star power phrase, or he needs JRH to have a big miss under star power, and that I'm not even sure would do it. Really, Moose needs a star power phrase miss from JRH, yeah.
He would need like 2 to 3 misses under star power just to take the lead sizably.
But look at this, though. So JRH overlaps here. I mean, it surely is going to cause Moose to come back with some points here, but I'm just not sure if it's going to be enough.
Maybe perhaps an overlap could be an X factor. We'll see. I mean, he is down by 23k. I don't know what's in the middle of the outro that's high notes per second base that could have another Randy versus Darkly situation where he activates in high notes per second quadrizates, which will just ensure him the lead right back for him to take the game 9. But we'll see. It's gonna be.
We're gonna see.
He does have a quarter advantage.
Yeah, we're gonna see how he uses this extra star power. How he uses this extra star power is going to shape the end of this song here.
And perhaps JRH might be nervous, knowing that he probably overlapped, had a bad overlap.
For sure, yeah. Now he's thinking, okay, now I gotta not miss.
Alrighty.
Activation. Both players holding onto the star power. Here we go. Here comes the activation. Everything pretty high notes per second here, but I just don't know. And now, how did this happen? They're evened up. JRH actually with more star power. How did that happen?
Is JRH an FC, dude?
This is unbelievable. I mean, you literally had it just thrown out as a joke that we might see close to optimal, but somehow we actually are going to see that. This is the end of the song right here. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
JRH just secured himself a spot in the finals in miraculous style.
What?
Look at that. What's the exact optimal on that?
That is the first ever FC of Universal Mind.
That is, like you just said, not first ever in the tournament, first ever FC of Universal Mind to secure JRH a spot in the finals. If that is not unbelievable, if that is not something I've never seen that before, that is unbelievable. I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words.
JRH is too good. He is also a robot. We have to get this through. This man is insane. Amazing stuff by Moose, though. He put up a hell of an amazing fight taking it to game 9, especially considering his scores. Dude. Oh man.
I'm flabbergasted.
We now just ran him in for an interview. Hello, you two. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
You guys never fail to never fail to amaze. In no way that was not disappointing. That was just amazing.
Right.
Had my words
in my mind too.
I gotta ask. Moose, were you confident going into Universal Mind? Surely you had no idea.
No.
You had no idea JRH is going to perform so well. Were you confident going into Universal Mind?
No, not even close. I haven't played this song since like before the playoffs bracket even started, because I just assumed that all the solo songs would be picked, so I'd never have to play this. I only practice Reclaimers and Deviate. That was my strat, and it absolutely failed me.
Oh no!
And
in the one scenario in which Universal Mind gets picked.
The most important scenario.
Oh my god! I also gotta ask JRH. First of all, fucking congrats on that FC, man.
First ever
FC.
by the way. First ever.
Nice.
If you didn't know that, first ever FC in the tournament. But okay, I gotta ask. When you picked the last when you picked your last pick to when the game was 4-3, and Moose then took the last song to make it a tiebreaker. Were you picking that STRUM song to force Universal Mind?
Yes.
Oh,
there we go. I was wondering if he did it. To force Universal Mind. There he goes. He did. Unbelievable.
Another win decided between you two, just based off the fact that J-Rich had the advantage of strategically picking what the tiebreaker will be.
Yep.
That is
it's all because Moose threw his second match against me in groups.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I did throw it so we could play Cry Fraternity. I will admit.
Ooh. A change of events.
Oh, this is known information. My mindset going out of it was like, no matter what happens, I'm losing this because he's better at that song. He's better at the tiebreaker song. I might as well just give the people what they want, and that's Cry for Eternity.
There we go. Moose giving the people what they want. You love to see it.
Whether or not you gave the people what you want for here, it was still phenomenal. But J-Rich, how comfortable are you now? I mean, considering that you just got a first ever tiebreaker FC, and now you're gonna be sitting pretty in grand finals, waiting for the winner between Moose and Rob. Now, how do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm hoping for Moose to be able to pull out against Rob a second time, so I can meet him again, and maybe we'll bring it to Reclaimers next time.
Oh fuck! I don't know.
There we go, man. That would be quite the storyline.
And Moose, how are you feeling going head first against Rob? Do you have anything in mind? Anything that do you think you're in favor of anything so far? I mean, considering you made it to winter finals now, and now you're going to be going up against Rob.
I'm feeling pretty decent coming out of this against JRH. I've beat Rob before, albeit a very close one. I did just watch Rob play against Skulljoke, and he was playing out of his mind. So I don't know what to expect. It's bound to be a fun one, an exciting one.
Yep, no doubt. I mean, so like you said, Shmoo, congrats to JRH on the spot, guaranteed in the finals. But guys, it is not over for Moose here. He's going to be going up against Rob, and he can literally just play right again in the finals with JRH. We could be seeing another match right after this one against JRH and Moose here. So well, guys, amazing performance. That was a super close match. It was super fun to watch. And JRH, we will see you in the finals. And Moose, we will see you in the next match against Rob.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to you, Moose and JRH. Take a breather, take everything in, and I wish you two the best of luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good luck. Thank you, guys.